Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Men on Bourbon. And this is a very, very special episode because the Cleveland Browns, not only did we make it to the playoffs, but we won our very first playoff game. And we making it to the second round of the motherfucking playoffs. Hey, excuse my language, but hey, this is a long time coming for the Cleveland
years.
Browns. Long time coming for the Cleveland Browns, man.
Feels great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My name is Cameron. Got my sidekick Ant with me today. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we will be featuring Uncle Nearest. We got two different versions that we will be featuring this evening. And I'm sure you've all heard the stories, the rumors, and all that about Uncle Nearest. But tonight, hopefully, me and Ant, we can clear up some of that for you all so you won't be misled or foggy-minded about any of that. And what have you heard about Uncle Nearest?
Well, I heard a lot of great things about Uncle Nearest. Uncle Nearest, one of the best things I heard, something I never knew for years, and I drank Jack Daniels for years, you know, before I switched to different bourbons and things like that. Never knew that Uncle Nearest, a former slave, was actually the gentleman who taught young Jack Daniels the distillery process to make his whiskey. It's a great fact.
Facts. You know, see, a lot of people say that Jack Daniels stole the recipe.
Not true.
It wasn't that he didn't steal the recipe.
Yeah.
As my man Ant said, he taught young Jack Daniels how to distill and how to make whiskey. You know, so there was no thievery. You know, there was none of that involved at all.
Fake news.
So, fake news. That's a good word. Fake news. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to clear up all those rumors this evening. You know, as a matter of fact, we're not the ones who uncovered this evidence or this news. There was a young lady by the name of Fawn Weaver. She did all the research as far as the family history on Uncle Nearest and his family, and as far as the generations that go off into the Uncle Nearest brand, and brought forth the truth. So let's give it up to Fawn Weaver.
Good job, Miss Weaver.
All right. Now, as we're talking about this, let's go on and get us, pour us a little taste while we giving this history about Uncle Nearest. Now, what Miss Fawn uncovered is that his name is not Nearest, first and foremost. The young man's name is Nathaniel Green.
Nathaniel Green.
And he is not from Tennessee, as which the Daniels family is, but he's from Maryland. And of course, back from those days, he got caught up in the slave trade. And he ended up on a plantation which was owned by a gentleman by the name of Daniel Call. And Daniel Call, he was very prominent in Tennessee. Big ass plantation, excuse my language again. But and this is where Jack Daniels Sr. went to work as a farmhand. And he met Uncle Nearest. Now we're gonna press pause on that story and we're gonna see what this tastes like. We're gonna let's nose it a little bit. You know what? Hold on. You do yours. My man Anthony, he has a rocks glass.
Yeah.
I made a mistake, but I'm gonna keep this right here and this here. No, I'm not. We're gonna put it in this now. I like my Glencairn glasses so I can nose my whiskey, scotch, or bourbon. Brings out all the nuances of it, of course. We've been through this already. So,
you get a lot of nice sweet flavors coming out of this.
Okay. It is. For it to be a whiskey, it is kind of sweet. I concur. Very sweet to be a whiskey. Woodsy.
A lot of honey.
Yeah, I mean, a little earthy. A little earthy. Let's check the legs. What the legs look like. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Look how that's sticking to the glass. Ladies and gentlemen, we might just have we might be working with something here. Let's go in for a second and see what we got here. Okay, on the front, you're getting that sour mash. You're getting that.
Yeah.
A little sour, like a. I don't want to say it tastes like apples, but you know how you get that apple that's just not quite right.
Yeah. Sour apple.
Right. It's just not right. But on the finish, it's smooth. It's not burning.
Smooth.
Right. It's not burning. You're not getting that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's cool. Like I said, you're getting those notes of I'm tasting cinnamon, which you don't get on the nose, but I'm getting cinnamon. No caramel, no. But again, this is a whiskey. It's not a bourbon. So you're not going to get that. Right. You're not going to get that caramel, that vanilla, what's the other? Graham cracker. You're not going to get all that sweetness out of a whiskey as you would a bourbon. Try a second sip and see if that might change anything. This is good.
I'm getting a little spice too.
Like I said, it's
getting a little spice.
It's like a cinnamon, but it's very mild.
Yeah, very mild.
Very mild. Very, very mild.
Yeah, I mean, it's very well made. It's nothing is overbearing. None of the flavors are overbearing. It's very easy.
Now, I'm not going to even sit here and fake the funk. I did not research and see how long that this whiskey was matured. Of the notes that I took, that's what I didn't do. To see how long, just if this was a 3, 4, 6, 7. Shit, this could be a 2-year whiskey. Who knows? Yeah. But all I know is it's very good and it got legs.
Yeah.
It got legs, so it's not that young. Mm. You're not gonna get legs like this out of a young whiskey. Oh, Mr. Bridgman.
Bridgman, welcome.
We got my cohort, Mr. Philip Bridgman.
How you doing?
He's a little late to the party, but hey, better late than never.
Long day.
All right, but again, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely apologize for not doing my homework and finding out about the years. I sincerely apologize about that. I mean, it won't happen again.
And which one is this? This is the 18.
This would be the 1884, in which this comes in at 93 proof. This is what do you want to say? The smallest proof of the 3, because there's 3 Uncle Nearest bourbons, excuse me, not bourbon, 3 whiskey. Uncle Nearest whiskeys that you can get. They have a 1884, they have a 1856, and they have a 1820, which I haven't been able to get my hands on. But I'm a hunter. Yeah. I'll find it.
But yeah, lighter.
Yes.
Actually, they have 2 1856 brands. One is premium silver.
Oh wow! Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the regular premium aged 1856, which we have here.
All right, my man.
And also the 1820 comes in single barrel. It's a single barrel, and there's one Uncle Nearest Green 1820 single barrel.
So that would probably be a rye.
Probably a rye.
I ain't never seen it.
That would probably be a rye.
Never seen it.
I've never
that
seen
one is actually Miss Weaver, is it?
Mm-hmm. Fawn Weaver.
Fawn Weaver. I think the 1820 you can only get it in Tennessee right now.
Okay.
Well, there's a couple things about Tennessee.
Okay.
It's the best state in the union, pretty much. Best state.
The state where you're from?
I didn't say nothing about that. I'm just telling you something about Tennessee.
Okay.
From what I understand, it's the best state anyway.
Okay, let's get back into little tidbits about Jack Daniels. Now, Jack Daniels was an orphan. Again, that I say he went to the Dan Call Plantation. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. And like I said, Dan Call was a very prominent businessman in Tennessee. Jack Daniels went to work for this young man, and Dan Call said, "Well, look at here, man. I would like for you to make me some whiskey, but I have a slave out here by the name of Nears. We all call him Uncle Nears. So I'd like for you to go out here and let this young man show you what he knows about whiskey, and just basically let him take you under his wing and show you what he knows."
Right.
So, therefore, there's where the story and all the rumors come about. You know, did Jack Daniels steal the recipe, or did it? No, he didn't steal anything. Uncle Nears showed him everything that he knows. Okay? So now after that, Dan Call died. Jack Daniels, you know, he became a prominent businessman in the local community. He got his little change up. He bought him a little plantation and opened up his own little distillery. He passed, and he passed it on to Jack Daniels Jr. Now, Jack Daniels Jr., he already know about Uncle Nears. He know everything about Uncle Nears, and he know the legacy and everything about what Uncle Nears can do and how cold he is in distilling liquor and all this. So when he get his plantation, of course, he grabbed Uncle Nears and said, "Hey, look, I need you to make me blow up." Uncle Nears come over there, he get the distilling liquor for him and all that. But Jack Daniels Jr. doesn't treat him like a slave. He treats him like a regular person. I mean, because
Slave was over.
hold on, we're gonna rewind that though. Jack Daniels Sr., let's say the Jack Daniels family, they didn't even believe in black and white. They weren't prejudiced people. They treated black people as equals. So Jack Daniels Jr., he got this philosophy from his father, and when he became of age and was able to get his own thing, again, like I said, he got Uncle Nears. He treated Uncle Nears as an equal, not a slave. So the 13th Amendment came out in 1865. 1865.
Yo, bad.
Yeah.
All right, so
I like that.
thank you, sir. Jack Daniels made Uncle Nears the first black master distiller in American history. So let's not negate that fact. The very first black master distiller in American history. His name? Come on back. Nathaniel Green. Not Uncle Nears, Nathaniel Green. Okay, so with that being said, so in 1866, the Green family was one of the most predominant families ever. I mean, they was making more money than the average white person. And that really didn't sit well with white folks, especially at that day and time. It was unheard of for black folks to be making that kind of money. So we're gonna pause, and you know, because it's a little bit more to go on, but you know, let's just take that in. 1866, a black family, you know what I'm saying, just coming out of slavery, making big money. You know, so.
But I would suggest that, especially all of you Jack Daniels drinkers out there, go to Uncle Nears Wikipedia and just look it up and read it, learn about him a little bit, and it's very interesting. You find it very interesting.
Yes, sir.
Tennessee.
All right. Hey, Phil, did you get you a sample of this?
But I'm just enjoying the fact that we're talking about Tennessee, and I might not even need to drink that.
That's fine. I appreciate that, Phil. My man.
But this 1844 is very smooth. I like it.
It's
I mean, if you're a whiskey drinker, this is definitely one that you should
definitely have
at home. You know, it's great. It's great for just lounging around or socializing, at home.
It's true. If that had come out before Jack, there wouldn't be a Jack.
It probably wouldn't. Correct.
I mean, I just, that's actually to me smoother and better than Jack.
It is smoother than Jack. That's smooth.
Now, this evening, excuse me, John, didn't mean to. Now, we're pairing this Jack Daniels whiskey. Oops, not Jack Daniels.
Uncle
Near's whiskey with the La Boheme cigar this evening. Once Phil gets back, he can inform us a little because I'm not the cigar enthusiast like he is. This is a very nice cigar.
Very nice.
And as you can see, it's torpedo shaped. So when it comes to a torpedo shape, there's many ways, multiple ways that you can cut this cigar. As you can see, my man Ant.
I have the V cut, which is typically most common with the V cut, with the torpedo shaped cigar. But as Cam said, there's multiple ways to cut it.
Me myself, I like a 45-degree angle to where you just nip it. Kind of reminds you of Big Daddy Kane hairstyle. Remember they used to have the hyphy back in the day?
The high top on one side.
Gumby.
The Gumby.
The Gumby. There we go.
So, the La Boheme is by a company called Boutique Blends.
See it later.
But Boutique Blends is actually, there used to be a company called Oliveros. But Oliveros made some of the best cigars I've ever had in my life. But they changed the name to Boutique Blends. And then they changed another subcomponent of the company to Aging Room. Aging Room right now has the #1 cigar in the world.
Yes, they do.
But
Aging Room Quattro.
The Aging Room Quattro. But they all started off as the Oliveros. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So what you're smoking right now is the predecessor to the #1 cigar in the world.
Okay.
Feel me? They have always had good tobacco. Great tobacco. They just never was just, But here, when it was #1, then you know what I'm saying, people start realizing, hey man, y'all make great tobacco.
And this is a Dominican, correct?
Yes, it is, but it has.
I was going to say, I think there's some Ecuadorian.
It is some Ecuadorian and Honduran in there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But as far the thing is, when it comes to a cigar, the leaf is what you say. Like if the leaf is Dominican, but that's only one component of it. Correct. Feel me? Like the main thing about the cigar might be Honduran or Ecuadorian. Gotcha. If the leaf is one thing, like okay, nah. So I'm pretty sure it's not a Puro, so it's not just one country.
Like the Opus X, that's a Puro.
It's not a Puro.
It's Dominican everything. Dominican filler, Dominican binder, this is Dominican wrapper.
Well, we'll just look it up. There's no reason for me to. We'll just look it up and make sure we tell the people what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you all are, or at least feel that you're being educated on the bourbon, whiskey, or whatever it is that we're bringing forth to you this evening, as long as the cigar. Mm-hmm. While my man Philip is on his Googler.
Google it.
And so far, this was an excellent choice.
Yeah, this ain't bad. This
pairs well with it.
Very well.
With the Uncle Nick.
Very well.
Bro, so you're correct. You got Dominican filler and an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper. Okay. So you're dealing with a few different regions, but that's what gives it the complexity. You know what I'm saying? You got Dominican filler and Ecuadorian leaf. And a lot of folks don't know, the most popular leaf that's used the most is Ecuadorian.
My man.
Oliva, all of them. They use the Ecuadorian leaf. That's the big boy. That's why if you get a Monte Cristo, it says Ecuadorian Connecticut.
Word.
Ecuadorian. But just on the leaf side.
Right.
On the soft side.
Now, we've paired our cigar with the first bottle, which is the 1844 Uncle Near's, small batch. We're gonna take a small break. Come on back and get off into this next bottle. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
See you in a minute.
All right, and we're back after this little small intermission. As y'all can see, my man Phil done turned big. We got my man Don in the house now.
What's happening? What's happening?
All right, all right. You know, he's vice president of the Smoke Fellas. And this is, he's also a Smoke Fella, and me as well. But you know, the Smoke Fellas is one of the cigar groups that we have in Cleveland. You know, we have several cigar groups in Cleveland. You have the Smoke Fellas. You got Pretty Ass. Help me out, fellas. You got
Cigar Boys.
Cigar Boys.
There's a couple other. I'm
couple
not sure
others, but the Smoke Fellas. Look, the Smoke Fellas is the one you need to be concerned about. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't a Smoke Fella, you
That's
ain't
the
shit.
Smoke Group.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so we were featured. Like I said, we're featuring Uncle Nearest this evening. Now we're gonna move on. We've had the 1884, so we're gonna move on to the 1856, which is 100 proof, bottled and bond. Well, you know what? I took that. It's not a bottled and bond because it's not a bourbon. It's 100 proof though. Bottled and bond, like I said, everybody, we're gonna get into that episode. Bottled and bond is something that everyone needs to know about bourbon. Very, very important. Don, how was your day today, brother?
Great, great, man. Got a lot of things accomplished.
That's what's up. Oh,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Come on up here and be a part of something great that's going on.
We appreciate that, man.
Appreciate
really do.
Appreciate the
Really
opportunity
do.
to be here.
Don is a very, very busy man. If anybody needs any type of ring or home security, this is the man that you need to talk to.
Absolutely.
Top. All right, now we all got it. Get off into this nose. Jesus Christ, we thought that white label has.
Right.
Look at
Look
the
at the
legs
legs
on
on that.
this puppy.
Whoa.
Woo!
Oh my goodness.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
she dancing.
That's beautiful.
She got legs. Huh. Man, this is not.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot
Woo!
more stronger
yeah.
scents in
Oh,
this
yeah.
one than
Oh, yeah.
the 1844.
Woo!
Yeah, this
now
one-
this smell like a bourbon.
Yeah, this pops out at you.
Hey, look, this smell
this
like
pops out
a
at
bourbon.
you. It hits you.
This is one of my go-tos,
Nah,
actually.
I'm getting graham
Hits your
cracker.
nose.
I'm
Yeah,
getting
you're getting it all.
vanilla. I'm getting caramel.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm getting
Wait.
toasted oats.
Opens you up.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? Man, my whole nasal passage
Yes,
just opened up.
yes,
I mean, this
yes.
is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is all over.
Oh, wow. Wow. This is amazing. For a whiskey, ladies and gentlemen, for a whiskey, this is, excuse me, look, my mouth starts salivating. This is, oh my God. This is amazing. For a whiskey, and we ain't even tasted this yet.
Yeah.
Excuse me, this yet. Fellas, y'all want to go and dive off
Let's-
into
let's
this,
go
man?
and
Let's
dive
see what this,
into it.
man,
Yeah, let's go
oh
and
my
dive
God.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Now,
that's
that
a
show
whiskey.
tastes a lot in here, baby.
Now that's a whiskey. That is a whiskey.
That is smooth.
Walnuts, oat, the honey,
Yes.
light cinnamon.
You say the spice, the gram.
On the finish, it's just like velvet. I mean, it's just going down real smooth, and it give you a little hug, but just
Give you a hug, just a little,
enough
just
for
a
you to
little.
just
Yeah.
You know, you put something strong in your body. That's gonna do
correct.
something for you.
Right. It
I
ain't
do
bad.
feel it on
I mean,
that back end, just a little.
Yeah.
But on that front end,
Oh wow.
it's beautiful.
And you know what? We're gonna have to backtrack because I just thought we didn't give the white a rating.
We did. We need to rate it and also give
We
the
did
price.
not give the white a rating.
And give the price. Yeah.
We did not give the white a rating or a price. Now, just to backtrack, ladies and gentlemen, on the white, the price on I'm not sure on the price, but I want to say this bottle
About
is
$40.
Is it
about
40?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna say this bottle is $40, and we tasted this already. So I would probably give this 3
On the whiskey,
on the whiskey side.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna give
My
it a
man
4.
said on the white a 4. I would say a 3. Don didn't get a chance to taste the white.
But I've tasted that before.
So what would you give it?
For whiskey, I'll probably get about a 3.5, 4.
Okay.
For whiskey.
For whiskey.
But if you're comparing it to a bourbon, which we're not,
Correct.
it would be
Whiskey.
You gotta put it in a whiskey wheelhouse.
Yeah. So
You gotta do that. And we want to compare $40. So
Great.
So we're gonna average it out to a 3.5, 3.
I say a 4. So we give it average out 3.5.
Now, let's rate this 56. Start it off, man.
I get the 56 a 3. I give it a 3.
But you give this a 3.5.
I give that a 4.
Oh, you gave this a
I gave
4.
that a 4.
Okay, now I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I'm gonna give this a 4.
Okay.
This is a strong 4.
Is your overall rating on content or flavor?
We're
Or
gonna
is it
go off
all-
forever. I mean, you gotta figure see how the 1884 it had legs.
Do it.
That's why I like.
It had legs,
It's locked.
but the legs. See how this is sticking to the glass?
Yeah.
Look,
Yes.
I mean it's sticking.
It's thicker. It
And
definitely.
look how slowly
It-
this is running.
Exactly. The
So
84
the legs,
was
boom, you get a
little
point for
different.
legs.
Yeah, get a point for legs.
The nose is just popping out of the glass. We
I
getting,
have to agree.
we getting.
I have to agree. It pops out at you.
I mean, how many notes are you getting out? How many notes did we getting out of this that we didn't get out of this? You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we didn't hit as half the notes out of this bottle that we hitting out of this. This girl's singing like Patti LaBelle.
And it just may be my palate is different. I like a smoother.
I understand.
a
And I
smooth-
mean,
a
so that's
smooth
why we got so many people. I mean,
Yeah.
not so many, but we have different people on the
So I gave the 84
A
a 4,
four.
and I give the 56 a 3.5. It's still a very strong 3.5.
Actually, you said a 3.
No, 3.5.
Okay. Well, you 3.
It's a very strong 3.5.
I say 4 for the 56. This is a very, very nice 100 proof bourbon that you can get for, I believe this is a
So
$55
this one is
bottle.
50,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
it's a $55 bottle.
whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a $55 whiskey, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And not only, I mean, I concur, excuse me, wrong choice of words. I suggest that you have both of these bottles
Yes,
on your bar.
yes,
I mean, you can't go wrong with either one.
Yeah.
So it's
Can't
all
go
about
wrong
your
with
palate. Hold on, but we got Don over here. So Don,
Well, I have both of these bottles on my shelf, and I quite often go through this one more so than this one. So I give it a strong 4. It is for whiskey. It
Correct.
does everything a bourbon will do for whiskey.
and that's what I mean. That if I didn't know and I was in a blind taste test,
Yep.
and you put that in the glass,
Absolutely.
I would swear up and down it was a bourbon.
Yep. And it's 100 proof, so it got some pop to it,
Correct.
you know, and
Correct.
tastes great.
I mean, it's awesome.
Yep.
It's awesome. And I ain't saying that just because it's black owned and operated. That's a nice ass whiskey.
It is.
Yep.
It's a great whiskey.
That's a nice ass whiskey. I mean, you know.
It's a great whiskey.
Now, to get back off into the history and the family and the origin of this Uncle Nearest whiskey. Now, the great-granddaughter of Uncle Nearest, since they've all found out the history and everything about the whiskey and the origin and everything, whenever you buy a bottle of this because, like I said, the family has taken back what's theirs. So it's a family-owned product now. Mm-hmm. It's owned by the Green family. Every bottle that you purchase goes to a Green foundation to where they put their family through college.
That's excellent.
And not only that, but if you can prove through bloodline that you are a Green, a part of Uncle Near's family, they too will pay for your college. They will pay for your college education.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
So I mean, they're doing great things over here at the Uncle Near's, distillery. So right, that's about it. That I've learned that me myself. If anyone knows anything else, please feel free, to educate the people.
Well, I think you hit there. A little bit of the history with Uncle Near's. Jack Daniels called him Uncle. I don't know if you shared that.
Well, yeah,
you did.
We went there.
Okay,
we went there.
Good. So.
Yeah, because his name is Ernest. Was it Ernest? Hold on. Did I say
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. Thank you, brother.
Green.
Thank you. Nathaniel.
That's his name.
Nathaniel. Nathaniel.
See you when we
catch
see
you on the next episode. Thank you all for joining in on Bourbon. Hey.